Think positive.
Welcome back to the Cool Land Bros podcast, GA for short. I'm your host, Prince. This is a space for inner work, self-improvement, self-discovery, mindset, accountability, integrity, reflection, and personal development. This podcast is built for growth, for honesty, and for becoming a better version of yourself one day at a time. New episodes drop every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's episode is called Recover Mentally. Everything in my head is everywhere. Not one clear thought, not one direction. It's like everything shows up at the same time. You try to focus on one thing, but before you can finish it, something else is already there. Then something else. So now it's not one thought anymore. It's multiple things layered together. And none of it has its own space. Everything overlaps. Nothing is separated. Nothing is spaced out. It's just all there. And that's what makes it feel overwhelming. Not because of one thing, but because it's everything all at once. To get a grip on different things mentally, that would be the best. Like if everything could just slow down for a second, long enough for you to actually take it one piece at a time, handle one thought, then move to the next. That would make everything feel more clear, more controlled, but it doesn't come like that. It all shows up together. So instead of processing things step by step, you're holding everything at once, trying to organize it while it's still moving. That's where it starts to feel like too much, because you're trying to control something that isn't slowing down. Sometimes I don't know where I'm going. Not in a big dramatic way, just mentally, like things aren't fully lined up. You're moving, you're doing things, but it doesn't feel clear in your head. When there's no clear direction mentally, your mind starts trying to create one. It starts jumping around, trying to connect things, trying to make everything make sense all at once. And instead of helping, it just adds more. Then other times, it feels like there is a destination, like everything clicks for a second. Like, yeah, this makes sense. This is where it's going. Your thoughts feel more organized, more steady, like everything is finally working together instead of against you. When it's like that, everything feels lighter, but it doesn't stay like that. It comes and then it fades. And when it fades, everything goes right back to feeling scattered again. To sit and breathe, that's one of the ways to slow it all down. Not trying to fix anything, not trying to solve anything, just sitting, just breathing. Because when you're constantly thinking, you're constantly adding more thoughts, more pressure, more noise. But when you actually stop, even for a moment, you're not adding anything. You're just letting everything be what it is. And it's not the only way either. Music can do it. Journaling can do it. Different things help slow it down. It just depends on what actually works for you. But the point is, giving your mind a break from constantly running, even if it's just for a little while. The mind is constantly racing for solutions, always trying to figure something out, always trying to fix something. Like if you don't solve it right now, something's wrong, when really, nothing is actually wrong. It just feels like something is, and that feeling alone is enough to keep your mind running. Not everything needs to be solved immediately. Not everything needs an answer right now. Some things are just supposed to play out. But instead of letting that happen, your mind keeps stepping in, trying to control it, trying to understand everything all at once, when really, some of it just needs to be trusted that it's going to work out without you forcing it. I try to relax, but it's not all of me. Part of me slows down, part of me sits still, but another part is still going, still thinking, still running. So it doesn't feel complete. It feels like you're halfway resting and halfway still in it. So you're resting, but you're not fully at rest. Even when I can relax, it still feels off, like something didn't fully stop, like there's still something running in the background, and I don't even know exactly what it is. It's just there, and that's what makes it confusing, because everything around you might be calm, but internally, it doesn't fully match that, and you can't always explain it. You just know it's there. It feels like I'm getting hit every time I look up. Like as soon as you start to settle into one thing, something else shows up. Another thought, another situation, another thing to think about. You don't even get time to adjust. No real break in between. It just keeps coming. After a while, it starts to feel constant, like you're always reacting to something mentally, instead of just being in one place. Sometimes it feels like you're not yourself, not in a big way, just mentally off, like something shifted, but you don't know exactly what. Not enough to panic, but enough to notice it's different. And it doesn't feel like something you can fix instantly. It feels like something that needs time and space. Not forcing it, not trying to rush it, just letting things settle. I can't solve it all, but I still try, even when I know I'm not supposed to, even when I know everything doesn't need an answer right now. There's still that urge to figure everything out, to make everything make sense at once. The more you try to solve everything, the more it feels like it keeps going, because you're feeding it, giving it more attention, more energy. That's what keeps it running. After a while, it starts to catch up to you, not physically, mentally. That constant thinking, that constant processing, that constant trying to keep up with everything in your head. That's where the fatigue comes from, not always from doing too much physically, but from thinking too much. Because even when you're not moving, your mind is, and that kind of tired is different. It's not something you just sleep off. It lingers because it's mental. One thing I've started realizing is you don't have to always respond to every thought you have. Because when your mind is moving fast, it feels like you have to. Like every thought needs your attention. Like every thought needs to be figured out. But not everything does. Some thoughts just come and they can go. When you stop reacting to everything, that's when things start to slow down a little. It might feel normal to you, having your mind constantly running, always thinking, always trying to figure things out. It might feel that's just how it is, but just because it feels normal doesn't mean it's healthy. You can get used to anything, even something that's draining you. And when it's been like that for a while, you don't question it. You just move with it, like it's supposed to be that way. You can't keep running like that forever, constantly thinking, constantly trying to stay on top of everything in your head. At some point, it catches up, and when it does, it's not because something went wrong. It's just because you gave yourself a moment to slow down, to step back, to let everything settle. Because if you don't give your mind that space, it's just going to keep going, keep building, keep stacking, until it feels like too much. And that's when you realize it's not really about having everything figured out. It's more about not letting everything hit you at once, not letting your mind run everything, just having moments where it slows down, where it's not everywhere, where it's not all happening at the same time. Because maybe it's not about stopping it completely. Maybe it's about just giving yourself time and space to recover mentally. I hope you found something worth taking with you today. Maybe a new perspective, maybe a moment to pause and reflect. Thank you for being here and sharing this space with me. Your presence matters. If this resonated with you, share it with someone you care about because growth spreads through connection. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself, stay grounded, and as always, be safe.